1 minute. Can you hear me okay? You can hear me okay. Hello. So we'll start bang on 11:30. Has everyone scanned their CPD QR code? Awesome. So just so everyone knows, I'm streaming on 6 platforms as we speak. So this is going to be recorded and it's going to be all on my platforms as well. But you're getting it live. So you're the best ones. Awesome. Let's make a start then. So thank you all for attending. This is going to cover how you can grow your business year on year following a model called the growth cycle. And what this will allow you to do is look at how you're engaging your people, how you're engaging your customers, so you can increase sales, increase profit, and ultimately engage your people and your customers to achieve a sales force of your own people. So I just wanted to ask if please interact as much as possible. The first part of the growth cycle is understanding the commercial ambitions of your business. What is it that you want to achieve as a business owner, as an operator, as an employee within a business? And that's really important to understand first, to understand where it is you want to go commercially in terms of increasing profit, increasing sales. And that's incredibly important. But who loves doing accounts? Can I have a show of hands? You love doing accounts? Okay, you're my favorite so far. So that's fantastic. Not a lot of people, not a lot of business owners, especially from a technical perspective, enjoy doing the account work, enjoy thinking with a commercial mindset. The reason why we start with the commercial ambition of your business is so that you can create a vision and values within your company that aids daily decision making. And that will allow all of your people and your customers to see that you want to grow ethically, as well as deliver ultimate customer value for your customers and ensure that your people are engaged in delivering the same thing. So who here thinks about profitability when they're in their business? You think about profit? Do you work in accounts? Are you a business owner or an operator? Fantastic. Okay, this will really help you. So I think of profitability in terms of profitability, the way that you can optimize cost to ensure that you get more cash into the firm. And thinking with a profitability mindset will allow you to establish the commercial ambition of your business. So who wants to grow their business? You want to grow your business, of course. So what we're going to look at is how this will establish a growth cycle within your company. What's your favorite word for money? Shout them out. So I've got some here: dosh and wonga and cash, bacon, books, bringing home the bread. Point is that you're all here today to network and understand innovations and things going on in the market and in the sector. You all should be here dedicating a Saturday away from your families and away from your businesses with an aspiration of some form of growth. And that's why we can't shy away from making money in business. And that's why our values and our vision in our company can therefore be aligned to the commercial ambition of what we want to achieve as business owners and as operators and as employees. So profitability, the ability to manage costs and expenses to increase profit into the firm. So what we're going to cover in the growth cycle is how you can understand what drives customer value, essentially why a customer takes money from their pocket and puts it in your pocket, what you and your people understand to be customer value, and what aids and inhibits them from delivering it. And the reason why we start with profitability is to optimize cost and increase sales. If you can empower your people to eliminate the items that don't contribute to customer value, they'll be able to do more with their current activities that drives customer value. So you can then increase sales. You can then optimize costs and you'll be more profitable as well. So this is just a snapshot of a profit and loss statement. This isn't going to get too technical into accounts and into the data of the profit and loss statement. But the point here is that you should be thinking about medium to long term when understanding the commercial ambitions of your business. Don't get trapped in an in-year budget mindset. Think at least 3 to 5 years ahead, because you will develop your own growth cycles in your business, continually engaging your people, continually engaging your customers, so that you can then grow your business year on year. And that's why we add year on year to the growth cycle, is you need to be able to think mid to long term so that you can get direct feedback from your customers, direct feedback from your employees and your people, to be able to make changes and learn and adapt to continuously create relevant value into your customers. So thinking about the wasteful activities in the business, these are the things that I think about during my day-to-day when I'm advising businesses, advising boards and working with businesses from startups to small to medium enterprises to large corporate businesses, is understanding the costs, understanding the expenses to optimize the profit into the business. So the next few steps in the growth cycle is, first of all, starting with your leadership team. You're understanding what your commercial ambitions are for the ambition of the business. Decide within your leadership team what drives customer value. So do we have business owners here? Is there a business owner or a practice owner or a decision maker? You want to be a decision maker. Can you do me a favor? Can you write down for me on this piece of paper what you feel in a few words? Are you recording? What you feel in a few words, or maybe shout them out. What you feel in a few words drives customer value. You don't know. Okay. Does anyone want to shout out some things that drive customer value? There's a few. Okay, I'll give you the answers then. So the most important thing, and to give you some real evidence and some real data points, is I personally interview business leaders, and people within operational units, and they've advised me what they feel customer value is. They've also advised me on what aids and inhibits them from delivering it. However, if a leadership team can't be aligned on what drives customer value, without asking your customers, then one or all of you are wrong. And therefore, you're delivering things into your customers that don't directly contribute to customer value. And we're going to come on to in a minute what contributes to relevant customer value and the value gap that you could be delivering to your customers moving forward. The next step is to talk to your people. Talk to your people as to what contributes towards customer value. The reason for that is it's a strong likelihood that your people will have more touch points with your customers than you do. If your people are having more touch points with your customers than you do, then they're obviously good people and they're driving customer value on behalf of the business. And that's why it's imperative for the leadership team to understand what drives customer value and also engage regularly with the people in the business, what they feel drives customer value as well. The next step, and it's in the middle on purpose, it forms the continuum of the growth cycle, is asking your customers. Asking your customers literally why they take money from their pocket and put it in your pocket. And I will guarantee that there are 20% of activities that you're delivering in your business that contribute to 80% of the value. 40% will be must-do activities. You need to maintain quality standards. You need to be safe. You need to recruit people. You need to be safe and legal and things like that. They're not necessarily contributors to customer value, though. The extra 40%, up to 40%, will be wasteful activities that don't directly contribute towards customer value. And therefore, you're receiving prices and costs from your customer where there could be a perceived value gap in comparison to the price that they're paying for that customer value. Now, the love heart in the middle is not to be a cliche. It's the pulse of the organization. And we're going to do a test. And please interact with this next test, and please on the stream as well, if you want to interact with this next test as well. Because if you don't have a pulse in your organization in terms of engagement, then you're missing the direct feedback from your people and the direct feedback from your customers as to what contributes towards customer value. And we're going to come on to touch points now. So the values and the mission and the values and the vision of your business should aid daily decision making. And if it doesn't directly contribute to the vision and the values of the business, which directly contributes towards customer value, then it should be put into question as to whether that activity is necessary or not. So I had this vision of a massive amphitheater full of people. We're not going to beat our chests like Jordan Belfort, so don't worry. But what I do want to do is make just a small test with you all, and it's just a pulse test. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to close your eyes just for a few seconds, I'm going to tap on the microphone like this. I'm going to tap on it a little bit harder so you can hear it, like that. And I'm going to do it 5 times, okay? And when I do it 5 times, I just want you to close your eyes and tap your chest, and I'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like a heartbeat, okay? So I'm going to start that now. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but just indulge me a little bit. This should work whether you do it, whether you do it or not. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a great response. That was a great response. So lady in the audience, but after the fifth beat. So, who felt anxious waiting for the 5th gong? That was awesome. So, the same thing happens with your people and with your customers. Our hearts are perfectly well defined, irrespective of our medical condition right now in this moment, irrespective of our gender or our makeup or what we're feeling right now. Our hearts are perfectly well defined to go gong, gong. When a doctor looks at your heartbeat, he likes to see a nice strong gong. But what the doctor's more interested in is the space between heartbeats. That is what engagement is. The gong is the touch point, and the space between heartbeats is what really matters. Therefore, customer value, and this is proven with thousands of people of research, people from operational level up to leadership and board level, the quality of touch points that you have with your customers, the product or the service that you're delivering. But more importantly, as you've just seen, waiting for those touch points can cause the perception of lack of customer value. And more importantly, the quality of ongoing service and the space between touch points is more important than the touch points themselves. And that's why this is called the pulse of the growth cycle, to continuously touch pointing with your customers, continuously touch pointing with your people to get that direct feedback and ensure that you're persistently delivering relevant customer value. Price is on us as business owners and as business leaders. We dictate what the price is. If you're delivering quality touch points, products and services, and quality ongoing service and support to your customers, the price will not necessarily be attributable to the relevant value that you're delivering. And I'll show you why. So continuously delivering relevant customer value is retention, and ensuring that you're delivering quality touch points, products and services, as well as the space between those, ongoing service of those products and services. That's engagement. So that's how we distinguish customer engagement with customer retention, to ensure we're persistently and consistently delivering relevant customer value. This is the value gap. And through the life of the customers into your practices or into your businesses, there will be a price that we will ask for in return for delivering a service or a product. And because we're really good at what we do, the client's problems and perception of value will be very high. And because we'll deliver persistent value, the problems that the client has will essentially go down. And to put this into perspective, through the life of the customer, they will continue to pay us as their problems go down. If we're not persistent in our touch points and the ongoing service and support and quality of delivering those in the space between touch points. So there's a regular engagement required in order to close that value gap. Because people here business to consumer, so directly to patients or people. Who here has an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone? Yeah, a smartphone. So Apple are very good at this in terms of the consumer market. They stop enabling technology on different phases of the iPhone. And so our problems go up, but they re-engage us as consumers of the Apple products, of the Apple products, and they bring out a new brilliant idea, a new addition or a new version of the iPhone. And then they get to charge us more money. All of our problems are solved, and they can then go again. Steve Jobs made a very good point in one of his talks, is that they've had this technology for over a decade. And this was a while back when Steve Jobs was talking on stage for Apple, is that they had the technology for so long, but the consumers weren't ready for it. They needed to re-engage and re-educate the market. And they've got technology that's 20 years in advance, but we're not ready for it yet. They need to re-engage and re-educate us. The same thing applies with the growth cycle and the pulse of engagement with customers and engagement with people. And this is very relevant when working with your people. You should be engaging your people to generate a pulse at least weekly. And it doesn't need to be an industry. It can be 5 minutes. It can be 10 minutes a week to reinvigorate the mission of the business, consistently delivering customer value and eliminating what inhibits them from delivering it. Re-engaging with your clients at least once a fortnight, once a month, so that they're persistently informed about the value that you're delivering. So you're then increasing the value perception and justifying, therefore, the price that the customer is paying. And that's why this is called the growth cycle. Because if you're persistently engaging with your people and your customers, your people are persistently delivering customer value, you're eliminating wasteful activities that prevent them from delivering customer value, and you're re-engaging your customers to tell them that you're persistently delivering customer value. And that's why the growth cycle can perform in a continuum. We're going to come on to this diagram later on in the presentation as well. So we have established the commercial ambition of the business. We've decided as a leadership team what drives customer value. We've decided amongst our people what drives customer value. And then we've asked our customers what drives customer value. And we've created a pulse of engagement with our customers and with our people. Now, what's very important is that everyone is completely aligned on what drives customer value. Because I guarantee that if you're a business operator, a business owner, if you're an employee within a business that has touch points regularly with the customer, there'll be things that you're doing that you think, but I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I didn't have to send this email, or when I need to recruit someone, I don't know what to do. When I need to do the accounts, you know, I don't know what to do. And all of these things are taking you away from delivering customer value. And so what's very important is you identify what aids your customers, what aids your people in delivering customer value, and eliminate what prevents them from delivering it. This will create your mission and objectives. It should be on one piece of A4 paper maximum, and it should be on everyone's desk. That's how you keep everyone regularly engaged, and that's how you can ensure that your vision, mission, and values regularly inform daily decision-making. If it's not on the vision and the mission, then question why you should be doing it, because it doesn't drive customer value. Then you can assign objectives to your people. You can assign objectives to your leadership teams and assign objectives to yourself if need be, because you'll need to create specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound objectives, smart objectives that can be measured to ensure that they're contributing to the success of the business. And that's why, again, this is called the growth cycle. It's a continuous improvement cycle where you can regularly assign mission and objectives. You can evaluate the performance of your people in delivering those objectives. You know that they're contributing towards customer value, and therefore you should see the growth in your business accordingly, because you're regularly engaging with your customers and your people to deliver customer value. So 1 page maximum for your mission and objectives. Ensure that you understand specifically from your people what aids and inhibits them from delivering relevant customer value. The not to-do list is critical at this point. Please have a not to-do list, because it will empower your people to say no. And the reason why they say no is because they're taking time away from the touch points of the customer. And as we've seen, the space between touch points is more critical than the touch points themselves. So wasteful activities and the not to-do list is very, very important. Those two things, quality of touch points, ongoing engagement with your customer, they're the 20% of activities that are contributing to 80% of the value in your business. 40% still needs to be done, has to be done. Some people outsource HR, for example. Some people outsource their accounts, for example, because the business owner likes to have direct interaction with their customers and spend more time with the people and generate a stronger pulse for the business. As much as 40% could be value-added waste, could be activities that are happening in the business that need not be done at all. And that's why there's no greater waste of time than doing something absolutely perfectly that need not be done at all. If it doesn't contribute to customer value, it's not aligned with your vision, missions, and mission objectives, then you should question why it's being done at all. Let's look at this diagram again. So what we've done is we've established a price for the market, and we've had quite a large value gap originally because we didn't have a pulse. We didn't align with the customer what drives customer value. We weren't yet engaging with our people and aligning with them what drives customer value. So you can see the pulse is the dotted line. And every time you pulse in the business, every time you have a gugong, every time you have a gugong in the business, you're regularly engaging with your customers and with your people, and you're raising that perception of value and justifying the ongoing cost and price to the customer. Then you can have a growth cycle. You have established the commercial success of the business for years 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have established as a leadership team and as an operation organization what drives customer value. You've clarified and proven that with your customers. You've started the pulse in the organization to regularly engage with your customers and with your people to ensure that you're persistently and consistently driving and delivering touch points and the ongoing service and support between touch points. Then you can evaluate the objectives that are aligned to all of those things to ensure that your business is growing year on year. And so the pulse, the space between touch points, is incredibly important to ensure that you can grow the next year, then re-engage, and then grow the next year. And it closes the customer value gap. This is the growth cycle. And you can see that it should form a continuum. Yes, it's illustrated for the purpose of presentation, delivered real time for an industry sector and into a board. It looks less glossy. But this is how it works in real life and in real time. Understanding regularly with your leadership team, having monthly and quarterly business reviews and annual business reviews, ensuring that your people are engaged with weekly buzz sessions, 10 minutes every week. What are your problems? What support do you need? Are we persistently delivering customer value? What do you need to stop doing? And as a leader, How can we support you from stop doing that or make that process much more efficient? Regular engagement with your customer to tell the customer we've heard you and our people are engaged and persistently delivering customer value. What do you think? Are we doing that? The answer should be yes if you've eliminated waste for your people to persistently and consistently deliver customer value. You've aligned the whole organization as to what drives customer value, and you've assigned the mission and the objectives for your people. So they know they can just look up on their desk and think, I've been asked to do this, or I'm doing this activity, and it's not on the piece of paper. Is it on the not to do list, for example? They should be empowered to question, I'm not sure this is relevant for the space between touch points or the touch points themselves. Can you just tell me why we're doing this? And this is how we all learn and we can all re-engage with our people. Engagement here is critical to form the pulse of the organization, and the customer pass-through to form the continuum should be as a continuum itself and pass through the middle of the growth cycle. And so that's why we can join up the whole organization with a customer value thread to ensure that we're engaging our people, engaging our customers, and how we can grow year on year. We can increase price because we're delivering more customer value. We can optimize cost because our people are eliminating wasteful activities, and therefore we can increase more profits into the firm because of that as well, as long as we ensure everything is smart and measurable and can be evaluated. That's the growth cycle. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending, and I welcome any questions. Thank you. It was 24 minutes. That was good. It's like I practiced it. Any questions, anyone? No? Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone on the stream. Bye, everybody.